today we will going to continue our lesson about the rate, the base, and the percentage. And in today's lesson, we will going to find out the base, the rate, and the percentage of a given number. But first, let us unlock some key terms. When we say base, it represents the whole quantity or the total number. That's our base. When we say rate, it is a part of the base and it comes with a percent symbol. And when we say percentage, it is a part of the whole as the rate and it shows the value of our rate. But before we proceed with base, rate, and percentage, let us first learn how to convert fraction as to decimal. Okay, so let's start with convert to decimal. We have 2/5. When we convert fraction to decimal, all we have to do is to divide the numerator to its denominator. Okay, so we have here 2 divided by 5. So we cannot divide 2 to 5 since 2 is lesser than 5. So we were going to add a decimal point and add 0. When we add a decimal point, we need also to align the decimal point in our quotient. So it is now 20. We could now start dividing 20 divided by 5. It's 4. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 minus 20. The answer is 0. That is how we convert fraction to decimal. Just divide the numerator to the denominator. Now, let's proceed on how to convert percent into a fraction. We have here 50%, 5%, and 15% a fraction. Okay, always remember that percent means 100. So 50 over 100. 50 over 100. Same as 5%, it is equal into a fraction as 5 over 100. Same as 15 over 100. So, to convert percent to fraction, just make the denominator over 100. Now this time, we're going to convert percent into decimal. So we have here 50%, same example that we have, 5% and 15%. So to convert percent to decimal, move our decimal point 2 places to the left. So for this one, the decimal point of our 50% is just right here. And if we're going to convert this one into decimal, all we have to do is just to move our decimal point 2 places to the left. So 1 and 2. So the decimal point now is here. So just affix 0 to make this one as 0.5 or 0.50. Okay, same as our example number 2 here. 5%, the decimal point is here. Move 2 places to the left. 1, 2, and that will be our decimal point. So for this one, 1, 2, here is now the position of our decimal point. Next, we have 15%. 15%, move the decimal point 2 places to the left. The answer is 0.15. Okay. Now let's proceed in finding the percentage, the rate, and the base. Now to find the percentage, the rate, and the base, we have this formula. Okay, and the formula is what we call the percentage formula. So if we're looking for the percentage formula for this one is P equal to R times B, wherein P stands for the percentage, R stands for the rate, and B stands for the base. So again, if we're looking for the percentage, the formula is P is equals to rate times base. If we're looking for the rate, the formula used is R is equal to P divided by P, or rate is equal to percentage divided by base. And if we're looking for the base, base is equal to percentage divided by rate. Okay, so let us try to have some examples here. We have let's start with number 1. What is 20% of 80? as what we can see, that 20%, the one that carries the percent sign, is always the rate, and 80 here is the total number, and we're looking for the percentage. For this one, since we're looking for the percentage, we will going to use the formula P is equal to rate times P. So, but we cannot solve the following here unless we need to change the 20% here into decimal before we multiply it with our base, which is 80. So, we already learned how to convert percent into decimal. All we have to do is just to move the decimal point 2 places to the left. Okay, or we could put this one into fraction form, 20 over 100, and to move this one or to change this one to decimal, just move the decimal point 2 places to the left, 1, 2, that makes it 0.20. So after we convert our rate into decimal, that's the time that we can now multiply it with our base, which is 80. So 0.20 times 80. The answer is 16. Next, let's proceed to question number 2. 18 is what percent of 20? So we have here 18, which is our percentage. 20 here is our base, and we're looking for what percent, then we're looking for our rate. Since we're looking for the rate, the formula used is R is equal to P divided by B, wherein our P is our percentage, 18, divided with our base, which is 20. So 18 divided by 20, we cannot divide 18 by 20 because 18 is lesser than 20. So we're going to add a decimal point and 0 to make it 180. Don't forget to align your decimal point at the top. Then 180 divided by 20, the answer is 9. 9 times 20, it's 180. And 180 minus 180 is 0. Okay, so since we are looking for the rate, and rate carries the percent symbol, our answer here is in decimal. And if we're going to convert a decimal to a percent, just move the decimal point 2 places to the right. Okay, then that's the time that you're going to affix the percent symbol. So to move this one, 1, 2, the answer is 90. Then just affix the percent symbol. So the rate here is 90%. Now let us proceed in our third problem. We have here 75% of what number is 75. So 75% here, the one that carries the percent symbol, is our rate. And of what number? So we're looking for the total number here. So this one is our percentage, and for this problem we're looking for the base, since we're looking for the total number of what number. So since we're looking for the base, then the percentage formula for this one is base is equal to percentage divided by rate. Okay, or 75 divided by 0.75. Okay, so we have here 75 divided by 0.75. Recall our lesson about dividing decimal. We cannot divide our decimal here. All we need to do is just to move our decimal point 2 places to the right, and that is also the same in our number here inside our fraction bar. We need also to move our decimal point 2 places to the right. So 1, 2, we're going to add also 2 zeros since we moved the decimal point, 1, 2. Okay, so remember when we move the decimal point here, 1, 2, we also move the decimal point of our number inside the fraction bar 2 places also, 1 and 2, and then just affix 0. Okay, so after this one, we could now start dividing. 75 divided by 75, that's 1. 1 times 75, it's 75. 75 minus 75 is 0. Bring down 0. 0 divided by 75 is 0. 0 times 75 is 0. 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. Bring down 0. Divided by 0, it's 0. Minus it with 0. The answer is 0. So the base for this one is 100. So that's it. To find the value of our percentage, the rate, and the base, just remember our percentage formula. The P is equals to R times P if we're looking for the percentage. The R is equals to P divided by P if we're looking for the rate. And if we're looking for the base, we use our percentage formula. B is equals to P divided by R. So thank you again for listening and hope to see you in our next math lesson. Bye-bye.